Some great news, folks. I don't know if y'all realize this or not, but Cuomo got in trouble a couple months ago. Ended up having to resign. Still got all these pending cases against him, and it looks like he's coming up to be held accountable. And while all this is coming to light, because he does have all these civil cases against him, his brother, who played cover for him, his brother, Christy Cuomo, works over at CNN. Well, the whole time this was going on, they were bringing the other Cuomo up, Andrew Cuomo, or they were bringing the older brother on the show, brother to brother, sitting there having conversations about everything, propping up the governor of New York at the time, while he's steadily doing all his crooked, nefarious, perverted stuff, touching everybody. And his brother was literally giving him interference. He was running interference, and he was trying to help his brother's case in every way he knew how, by even pushing the propaganda against everybody except his brother. And it looks like now that this case is fixed to get busted wide open, it looks like old Christy Cuomo may be in trouble. CNN is now looking into the interference because it has been brought to their attention, not that he just didn't just interfere, but there is now a court case proceeding that's probably going to end up involving both the brothers and maybe even CNN, if they ain't careful, for allowing this lie to be pushed brother to brother through their channel. It's disgusting. It is a fact. There's a lot more to this article. If y'all want to go check it out, it's over on the Gateway as well. And the New York Attorney General just basically called out CNN, called out Chris, called them all out just for being a part of the problem. And I'm glad to see it. Here's some sickening news for you folks. I seen the Pfizer CEO says most likely scenario is an annual revax against the Wu flu for everybody. Do it once or twice a year. You ought to be good. That's the new plan. Maybe 3 times a year, maybe 6 times. I don't know. Every 2 months. They're talking about once or twice a year now. And I said this months ago. I said they're trying to make this an annual or a biannual process to where this never quits. Because I've just, maybe an opinion, for YouTube's sake, let me just call it an opinion. I read a couple of articles a while back that said there was a plan to make this contract should I say, with the big pharma giants, you know who I'm talking about, last 8 years. So we look like we're working on year 2 of this whole pandemic, but truth be known, it looks like it was an 8-year contract from what I understood. I don't even know how to research, go back to that article today, but I will try to look back into that. But it looks like what I read is already coming to light with the fact that Pfizer's already saying, yeah, twice a year, once a year, from now on. From now on. That's the bottom line, from now on. And that's the point of the whole article, where they're trying to say, well, as jabbed up as you are, you may be kind of close to being safe, but no guarantees. Let's go ahead and get you another one. Matter of fact, let's get you on a regular schedule. Let's get you once or twice a year to benefit everybody on the big pharma side, because it is not benefiting the people to be triple, quadruple jabbed up. I do not believe that the jabs are working anymore. Just my opinion for YouTube, just my opinion, but I do not believe that the efficacy is as good as they expected. And there's a lot more to that, but I will not get into that because I'm over here on CommieTube, of course. Most likely scenario, annual revax. That's sickening. And the plan is, and they're now telling the truth. You know, the closer we get to 2022, the closer we're getting to the truth on some things. The Democrats have treated us like crap for 10 months. And over the next 7 or 8 months, they are going to be a whole different party. You watch, they're going to change their narratives. They're going to try to run from each other. They're going to try to run from Biden for sure. And a lot of the policies that have put them in the position to be the most hated people on the planet at the moment. And they've only got 2 choices in the matter: continue and run themselves in the ground until they get pushed out of position, or try to do damage control and clean it up and evade the whole everything disaster Joe. And over the next several months, actually starting in January, things are going to change here in America, whether you know, most people know it or not. It will be all about the midterms. Literally for the next 8 months, coming January, everything on the news feed will be Wu flu, the new Wu flu, and the midterms coming up. And so we will see more Democrats bailing out. We will see more. We will see more Republicans take office, and we will see more Democrats get tougher with their totalitarian mindset. But at the same time, you're going to see some of them backpedal off of that because they know they're doomed if they continue to play that woke game, because America has spoken, and this wokeism doesn't work for 90% of us, and I think that will be their downfall. And you know what? Another thing that makes me know they're a lot of them are on their way out. They're greedy. The American people see that they're not only greedy, but they're useless. They're greedy and useless, and they're running the country into the ground, and not even most Democrats can appreciate that when they go to fill up their truck, fill up their tank, and their little Prius, whatever they drive. Just not good for the whole country, not just the Republicans, but the Democrats. And I think that thing they call the red wave will be the biggest red wave tsunami the United States has seen since Reagan showed up. And I just got to pray for those things. I know they've done screwed the pooch on this one with the way they've treated the American people. And I don't believe that even with their little tricks, they aren't going to work everywhere this time. They're going to work at some places because they didn't fix certain things in certain places. But it's not going to be like last time. It's going to be a little of this, a little of that, and a whole lot of more people showing up. I do believe that. I believe everybody that listens to my channel will be voting in 2022. I have to speak that in faith, because I hope my 2,000 subscribers, whatever it be, take the initiative to make sure that they go do the right thing in November next year and get some of them clowns out of their state alone. If they do nothing else, get some of them clowns out of your state. That's all I really want to say about that. I did see that Joe Rogan, who I like a lot, I've listened to him 1,000 times, I guess you could say. He has great guests on his show. He's probably the I would say the highest paid podcaster out there. He's got, I don't know, hundreds of millions of subscribers at this point, literally. Guy's a legend in the podcast world, no doubt about it. Well, he's calling out the media for the Russia collusion hoax. He says, why is no one being held accountable? He says, we know what happened. He says, we know who was involved. And it's just, it's crazy that we've got nobody. He said, he basically said in so many words, where's all the arrests? Now that we know what we know, why don't we have all these people locked up? There's a video over on the Gateway, or you're welcome to go check out Joe Rogan as well. He's over here on YouTube as well, or actually was on YouTube. Now I think he's over on Spotify more than anywhere else. But yeah, welcome to go check that out. Like I said, he's got a link over here on YouTube as well, where he's a little short video about just him and his opinion with his guests on there. But it's more an opinion, it's a fact. He's just asking the right questions. That's what I like about Joe Rogan the best. He asks the right questions. He wants to know what the heck is going on, and I don't blame him one bit. Seeing that Glenn Wood is taking aim at several people, including Flynn and Powell and Kyle. And I'm not going to get into that topic until all this minutia about everybody turning on each other and whose fault it was and who said what. I spoke about this twice now, and both times I got a lot of feedback from my listeners. And because there's two sides to this story, actually more than two sides to the story, I'm kind of hesitant to report on it anymore. But it looks like some of the Republicans, the Patriots, are turning on each other behind, some of them are corrupt and some of them are not. Some of them are just in it for the money and the promotion, and then some of them are fighting for our country. And at this point I can't say who's on whose team, who's on Team America versus who is just doing what they're trying to do to further their career and their situation. It's not my place to say. So I will leave that one alone, but it does look like there's a lot going on between Mr. Wood and just bumping gum conversations between back and forth between Sidney Powell and Lynn Wood. I'm not going to get into that with y'all. I'm not trying to divide the party at all with my conversation here. That is not my purpose. But I would like to know what really happened for my own personal. I would like to know how many of these folks that claim to be Christians, patriots, conservatives, fighting the good fight to try to get to the bottom of all the crime that happened. I just want to know how many of them are the real deal. How many of them are like Wendy Rogers, fighting this to the end, or just doing it for namesake. And at this point, it's a little cloudy, and that's all I'm going to say about that. I see that due to all the unhinged students at ASU over in Arizona, and their list of demands calling for Kyle to be kicked out of school, it is now official. He is no longer a student. After, I guess, BLM threw their fit at the school. Them activists at the school threw their fit. And there is a report over here on the Gateway about it. And I figured as much. As a matter of fact, I would not suspect Kyle to be out in public much for a while. The boy's going to have enough money when this is all said and done. He can hire his own private college to come tutor him if that's what he chooses to get his degrees in whatever he chooses. No doubt about it. I think I already reported, or no, I hadn't reported on this yet. This is good news. You know, there's a couple cases going on this week. Smollett, Cuomo coming up, and Miss Maxwell, all coming about ASAP. Well, the FAA accidentally revealed over 700 previously unknown Epstein flight records, flight manifestos. From 2013 to 2016, they had been redacted for some reason, unavailable. Nobody had access to them. They were just gone in the wind. And as part of this case, some of the information has been purposely redacted, and then some of the information was just unattainable. And then now it looks like the FAA accidentally revealed about 700 more flights over those 3 years. That man was busy. If he had 700 flights in 3 years, what is that, a flight every 3 days? That man was doing a whole lot of transporting of some children. There's no doubt about that. And everybody involved needs to go to jail. We don't need none of these fake prosecutors over there. What we need is a judge like that we had over there in that took care of that boy over there in that Kyle trial. You know what I'm talking about. We need a judge like that. Watching over this Maxwell case, just to make sure everything goes as planned. I do not expect them to come out with all the truth. I do not expect them to throw the Clintons and several of them people under the bus, even though they were under the bus, just because of the particular regime that's running the Department of Justice and all these anti-criminal agencies that don't do a whole lot about certain people's crimes. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But it definitely looks like there is more evidence out. Going to be more evidence out due to a FOIA request that actually, like I said, it was an accident that they actually give up all this information. And hopefully it will be admissible in court and be more evidence against that pimp. I guess that's the best way to call Ghislaine Maxwell. She's a pimp to me, and the worst type. A female preying on females for a man in the name of money. That's just a pimp to me, and I have no respect for pimps. Not at all. It's just a sickening situation. She sold herself short, and then she went on to selling teenagers' life short behind what she was getting, hanging out with this creepo, with this pedo. And that's all I really want to say about that. Video's getting kind of long. Hope everybody enjoys their day. I just want to bring y'all some headlines of a lot of things that is happening here over on the Gateway and the Breitbart. Like, subscribe, and share. Devoted Patriots, over and out.